Okay. What is a multi-tier system of supports, which is known as MTSS? MTSS is a prevention-oriented framework that organizes teaching and supports through multiple tiers of instruction and intervention based on data. It focuses on the whole child, integrating academic, behavioral, and social emotional supports to maximize outcome for all students. MTSS includes universal screening, progress monitoring, multi-level prevention system, and database decision making. What is response to intervention, known as RTI? RTI is a structured tier instructional model embedded within alongside MTSS. It emphasizes early identification of struggling learners, target intervention, and frequent monitoring to determine response to instruction. RTI was developed specifically to help identify students with learning difficulties and reduce reliance on the wait to fail model for special education eligibility. How data is collected and student progress monitoring in each tier. Tier 1, universal instruction benefits. It reduces long-term failure and unnecessary referrals. The collaboration may involve co-planning high-quality core instruction, discussing universal screening data, and using classroom strategies that support all learners. The special education teacher may provide suggestions for modification and accommodations within the special education classroom. Data and monitoring, universal screeners, which identify students below the benchmark. An example tool would be Kahoot. Tier 2, target small group support. Small groups for students at risk based on Tier 1 data. Collaborations becomes more targeted. Teachers may work together to identify student needing small group intervention and select evidence-based strategies and reviews progress monitoring data to determine the effectiveness. The data and monitoring, progress monitoring every 1 to 2 weeks. The benefits focus on specific skill gaps, and data shows whether intervention are effective or need adjustment. Tier 3, which are individual or small group evidence-based intervention. And this is often delivered by specialists. Collaboration is more intensive and individualized. The general and special education teachers may jointly design individualized intervention, closely monitoring progress to help determine whether a student may need special education services. Data and monitoring, frequent curriculum-based measurement. The benefits address significant needs early and provide document data of intervention response across time. Data collection and progress monitoring. The types of assessment. Number 1, universal screening, which are short assessments to identify those who are at risk for learning or behavior challenges. Tools such as dynamic indicators of basic early literacy skills. This provides quick curriculum-based measures to identify struggling students in reading or math. And you can also use progress monitoring, which are regular, frequent checks and collection of student performance and data track their attendance growth and measure how well they respond to teaching intervention. One that is used is Google Form, which is a customized data collection sheets for the teachers. Number 3, evidence-based intervention and special education. Using MTSS and RTI. The MTSS and RTI frameworks rely on systematic data collection and analysis to guide evidence-based academic, behavior, and social intervention for all students, including those with potential disabilities. These frameworks emphasize early identification, progress monitoring, and database decision making to ensure students receive appropriate levels of support. MTSS/RTI system rely on multiple data sources such as universal screening, progress monitoring, diagnostic assessment, and behavior and social emotional data. Analyzing multiple measures increases the accuracy of instructional decision and reduces misidentification of students with disability. Explaining how MTSS and RTI is used in making eligibility. MTSS and RTI uses student data to guide educational decisions for students with and without disabilities. Screening and progress monitoring data help determine whether students need additional support or may require a special education evaluation. If students do not make adequate progress with evidence-based intervention, the data may support eligibility decisions along with other evaluation information. The MTSS and RTI data is also used to make program decisions by adjusting instruction and intervention based on the student progress. For placement decisions, the data helps ensure students receive services in the least restrictive environment, and that supports change as students need changing. As student needs change. Communication, data and decision strategies. I would say having team meetings, regular scheduled meetings with teachers, specialists, and administrators to review screening and the progress monitoring chart. And number two, communicating with the parents, guardian. Share results in easy to understand formats and include explanation of what assessment measure and what this next step should be taken for their student. Thank you.